What's up, everyone? This is Bill with BLR Tuning. Today we are down here at the shop and we have a little video for you real quick. These are our spoke covers, so these will work on motorcycles with spoked wheels. And we have them available in these colors. You'll see this on our website, blrtuning.co. There will be a link in the description below. We're going to be installing them on the Rawrr Mantis X, so I can show them to you guys on there. They are made of ABS plastic. They're available in red, green, black, purple, blue, and pink. So they're ABS plastic, they're split down the middle, and that is how they go on the spoke. You can see there, they're split right down the middle. They are just a little over 9 inches long. So you'll want to measure your spokes. I'm going to show you how to do that here on camera. But you'll want to measure your spokes and then cut them all to length and then install them. They just slide over the spokes, slide them down. Pretty straightforward install. On the Rawrr Mantis X, and again, I'll take you over here to the bike, I'll show you guys. But just for the actual Rawrr Mantis X, it has a 19-inch front wheel, 17-inch rear wheel. And these come in packages of 72. So 36 is about the average number for spoked wheels. Yours may have more, may have less, but we will be carrying them in sets of 36. 72 total. So you could order, if you wanted black and green, you can order 36 black, 36 green, or you could order 72 black. So on our website, you'll pick what color you want the front wheel, what color you want the back wheel, and they'll fit on back or front, but you get the idea. You pick one wheel, pick the other wheel. If you want both the same color, just pick them both the same color. We'll send you out a set of 72 in one color, or you can mix and match them however you want. If you want to do like every other spoke, or you want to do a front wheel one color and a back wheel a different color, I'm all for it, man. It'll look pretty nice. It's a good way to customize your bike, but it's also protecting the spokes. You know, it adds a little bit extra layer of protection from rust and, you know, grime and stuff like that on the spokes. Easy to clean. They're ABS plastic. They're slippery. You know, mud and dirt and stuff wash right off of them. We're doing the spokes for the Rawrr Mantis X. We're going to do them in blue, so we have a set of blue here with us. And I just grabbed a handful of each here just to show you guys the actual colors. I can pick them up and show you up close here. So that's the red, green, black, purple, blue, and pink. Okay. So when we're doing the Rawrr Mantis X, the rear wheel will start with the rear wheel. You're going to cut them to, so the outer spokes, and there's inner spokes. And when we say outer and inner, we're talking about at the hub. Okay, so at the hub, the outer spokes are 160 millimeter. That's the length of the tube that we need to cut. Okay, so we're going to be cutting, it'll go from touching the hub to the end of the nipple, so not covering the nipple. So the outer spokes are going to be 160 millimeter, and then the inner spokes are 170 millimeter. So that ends up being 6 5/16 of an inch, and for the outer spokes, 6 11/16 of an inch for the inner spokes. So if you were ordering a set of 72 or 36 for each wheel, you need 18 inner spokes and 18 outer spokes. So we're going to cut 18 of them to 160 millimeter, and we're going to cut 18 of them to 170 millimeter. And then we move on to the front wheel of the Mantis X, the Rawrr Mantis X. The front wheel, outer spokes is 8 inches or 203 millimeters, and the inner spokes is the same, 8 inches, 203 millimeters. So that is the distance of this that we need cut. Okay. So it's easiest just to take a permanent marker, measure each one, mark it with a little dot, cut it there at your dot, fit it on the bike. Okay, take your time. Remember, you can always cut more off. You can't add more on. So don't cut it too short. End up screwing yourself over. What? we'll come out here to the wheel. I'll show you how we measured it up, and then we'll put in a little time lapse. We'll get the install done. We're going to do front and rear in blue. Okay, so here we are at the Rawrr Mantis X, and we have the spoke covers on here. So we just put 2 of them on there just so you guys can see what we're talking about. But what I was talking about, the inner and outer spoke. So you can see the hub here, this spoke, if you look, it goes in through the outside. It is a outer spoke. Whereas this spoke curves around the back of the hub. That is a inner spoke. And the way you're going to measure it is with a tape measure. You're going to measure right down to where, so you see how these are, it can't go, the spoke pinches pretty tight up against the hub. So on the outside ones. So our ABS plastic cover that we're putting on goes right up to the hub and is in there snug, and then it goes right here to the top of the nipple. Okay, so we need to measure from where the hub is to the top of the nipple. That's our measurement. So from right here, follow that up to here. That's the measurement we need to get. But like I said, we're doing it on the Rawrr Mantis X. This will work on any dirt bike, any supermoto, any bike that has spokes. Okay, and then you can see, if you look close, on the inner one, so like we can look at that one, oh, this one right here, you can see that you do have a little bit of a gap on the inner ones. Now, different size wheels are going to have less or more gap. Shorter wheels tend to have more of a gap on the inner than the outside. So on the inner one, we are going, you can see there, we are going all the way in between the spoke and the hub. Okay, so that's why that measurement is a little bit longer. Now when we come to the front wheel, you can see there, it covers the whole spoke. That's the outer, and then that's the inner. It goes down in between the hub. So a larger wheel will have, usually the larger it gets, the more evened out they'll be. So it has an even gap here and on the inside. So this is your outer spoke. That's your inner spoke. Okay? And you're going to have, this wheel has 36 spokes, front and rear, 36 total, 18 outer, 18 inner. Okay? So when we order our stuff off, our covers off of our website, we would pick the front wheel, or wheel number 1, and then we would pick the back wheel, wheel number 2. Okay? So we can mix and match the colors. But they're all going to be a little over 9 inches long. So even though you're picking the 2 colors you want, you could still mix and match them. We could do every other one of these green if we wanted. You know, by ordering a green set and a blue set. So a set of 36 in green, a set of 36 in blue. Then we could mix and match them. We'll have 72 pieces total, enough to cover both wheels on every spoke. Here, so we have our set of 72 blue ones, 36 for the front, 36 for the rear set out, and then of course we have a blue decal to go with it. Now that is one thing that we always try to do here at BLR Tuning, is when you order something, we try to always color match things if we can with a sticker, if we have it available. So, you know, it's the details, you know, so we have all the different colored stickers to go with, you know, the kits. Usually, you know, if we don't have them in stock, then we don't have them in stock. But we try to keep them in stock. So if you order red, you'll probably get a red sticker. If you order black, you're getting a black sticker. You order green, you got a green sticker. Purple, pink, we have purple and pink stickers as well. So just wanted to point that out. It's something that we try to always pay attention to do, you know, is the details of including a color matched sticker with your order. Doesn't always happen, but we try to make it happen if we can. So anyway, all we got to do is we're going to get to measuring, and we're going to cut 18 of each measurement, lay them out, go install them. The best way I've found to do this is to cut one size. So like right now, I'm going to do the outer spokes on the back wheel. So I will cut all 18 of those ones, install them, then I will come cut the next ones, and so on. Okay, so you guys are going to see that here. In your time, it's only going to take a few seconds, but... So what I did to make it quicker is just marked the table. Starting here is 0, are 160, 170, and 203. The 203 is for the front spokes. So that 160 and 170, that's for our rear spokes. That's millimeters, okay? This is the inner spokes, outer spokes, and on the rear wheel, and then all the spokes on the front wheel. When you're fitting them to the spoke, this tube is split down the middle. So just open up one end, slide it onto the spoke, and just feed it on down. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so let me set you up on the tripod. Let's get started on this back wheel and knock this thing out, and let's let you guys see what this looks like.
Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose your gift.
Hey guys, as you've seen from the time lapse, we got the back wheel done. I'm gonna knock out the front rear wheel quick. Figure I won't spare you any more time. We're watching a time lapse. So we'll work some magic, and just like that, they are done. There we go, we got the front end done and the rear end done. So you see how it looks with the blue spokes now. Looks really cool. So doing spoke covers is definitely cheaper than buying new wheels and, you know, new spokes and whatnot. And it is a really cool look and way to add some pop of color. You know, now we have the green with the green foot pegs. We got the blue neck up there. Let's keep that theme going on this bike with the green and blue. I think it looks really good. Like I said, you'll see these on our website, splrtuning.co. This video, obviously, we're showing it for the Rawrr Mantis X, but these will fit pretty much any spoke out there. They'll fit all the way up to like a 21-inch wheel. Just measure your spokes. They're a little over 9 inches long for each tube. You cut them to length yourself, so measure your spokes before you order. Make sure they're going to fit your bike. They come in a set of 72, so you'll choose the first 36 and the second 36, so you can mix and match. Obviously, you could order, you know, have every other spoke, you know, blue and green or blue and red or, you know, pink and purple, just by choosing, you know, the first 36 is pink and the second 36 is purple. Now you could do every other spoke, or you could do one wheel in one color, one wheel in another color. So really cool way to do it, cool way to add some color and protect your spokes. They're not going to get all covered in grime now, and these are really slick, so they can wash right off real easy. But just wanted to show that video to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be a link in the description below for you to go check out the Rawrr Mantis X section. We have all kinds of parts coming out for this bike. And then in that section, you'll see these spokes, but you'll also see it just on our website as well. We'll put all the links below. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.
There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.